Test, test. Let's see how the audio sounds for the last game. Testing it. 1, 2, 3. right, we're ready to get started with the championship match here in the Boston National Qualifier by Nike here on Easter Sunday as your Rockwood 16 White ready to take on Spa City from Albany, New York. And we're underway here in the first set. That one's going to sail long, and the first point will go by way of Rockwood. That's how we want to get started. And then the up rep is going to... The down ref is going to say no. We had a net violation. I think she called it on Jane, if I caught the number she called correctly. If I was wrong, forgive me, Jane. Reagan will send that one forward to Allie. And that'll get tossed around. That's bumped over. No lift called. And parents are calling for a lift. Not sure how that wasn't a call to lift, but we'll be down 2-0. That one will jump all the way over Reagan's head and out of bounds. And we'll have our first point here in the championship round. Kennedy will come in to serve, down 2-1. This Spa City team took down that side-out team that we played in the first round and lost to, our first day and lost to. They took them down in, I think, two sets. And Reagan's going to take a look at that one and thought it was going out, and it landed in. We'll have to open up the Sesame Street videos with Grover and spatial awareness again. Nice dig by Kennedy as she lays out to get that one. And Cam will get the kill. Got that lead back to 1. Cam will go back to serve. She sends it at the libero. Lays it up to her setter. Over to the right side. Off the high hands of the block. Cam gets it up to Allie. Quick set to Zoe. She'll turn on that one and send it down. That'll tie us up at 3. And now we're back in business. Cam goes back at that libero again, and there's a quick one to the middle, and that'll get past the diving Kennedy. And Spa City will go back up 1. Serve towards Chloe. She'll watch it roll on out of bounds, and she chose wisely. We'll be tied at 4. Allie will step back behind the line. She'll send it towards the middle. Setter pushes it over to the outside. That comes all the way back row. Kennedy gets it up to Allie. She struggles a little bit with getting that one in play, and we'll turn that one over to Spa City, and they'll recapture the 1-point lead. Knuckleball at Greta. Liv feeds it to Zoe Davis. She'll tip it back left. From the outside, tipped over. We got hands on it and picked up the rebound. Quick set to the middle, hands on it, and it is going to drop in the middle, and we'll be down 2. Greta will send it forward to Liv. She finds Zoe Parks, goes off the high hands. Diving effort by back row. From the outside, Liv gets one hand on it. That'll be another Spa City point. Guys missed a fun one at dinner last night as we were out. We saw the epitome of a northern, or well, he was a New Yorker, but epitome of a New Yorker. There's a great one by Greta, and she'll send it down the left side. He had on all Boston stuff in red. He had red shorts, red shirt, Boston Red Sox shirt, red hat on, gold chains, and just looked like he thought he was Eminem. It was quite entertaining. It filled every stereotype you could imagine as we were at dinner last night. And Greta will send this one back right. And that one will come way on out of bounds and cut that lead to 1. Right behind you. Score will be 6-7. That'll make the kids snicker. We'd like to be on the upside of that, but right now we're down 6-7. Greta will send it right side. And try to be dumb, but too far. And we're 2/3 of the way to a jackpot. It's 7-7. Or a refreshing drink, 7-Up. Greta goes back to that right side. This is going to get pushed over to the outside. Through the hands, Greta. Chloe gets a hand on it. Zoe tries to get it up in play, and we'll give that one to Spa City, and they'll recapture a 1-point lead. That one in the net will tie her back up at the Ocho. After a tough day 2, the girls have shown some real grit here in day 3. Battling out, making it all the way here to the championship, and in a tight one here early on in set 1 as Chloe will send this one back middle. Off the hands of the net and out of bounds, and Spa City up 1 more. Or up 1 again, I should say. Greta up to Liv. Jane rejected, but a good job by Cam to play it up, but that overpass cleaned up pretty easy by the middle. And it's at 10-8 in favor of Spa City. Liv gets this one up to Cam. Cam hits it through the block. Pushed over to the outside, tipped over the block. Good job by Jane to dive in and get that one up, but again, it was easy picking for the middle and nobody home. Girls find themselves down 3. Jane will get a little help from Chloe on this one. She'll get it back to Jane. Good job by Zoe Parks to keep that alive, and Jane will push it through and get the kill as she knocks that one through the block. And will bring us to the old September 11th score. And as always, we love and appreciate and thank all of our first responders and military that are out there keeping us safe. Stay out of harm's way and know that you're loved. Reagan will shoot this one deep middle. All the way over to the outside. Big swing. Nice block by Allie and Cam. That one comes cross court. Chloe gets some platform on it, but Allie unable to play it. That one goes seam between Chloe and Reagan, and I think Chloe might have touched that first. then off Reagan. I'm not sure if Chloe would have been able to play it again or not, but it's a Spa City point. This one at Chloe. Allie's under it. Jane hits that through the block. That's what we need right there. Let's get some momentum our way, girls. Down 3 here in the middle of set 1. Kennedy will shoot it back right. Sprays over to the left side. It's going to be a free ball. Reagan's under it. Allie shoots it over to Greta. She turns it down the left side. This is going to come from the outside. Reagan read that one. She had it. Greta dumps it into the middle. Cuts that lead down to 2. Tough serve by Kennedy. This is going to come easy pickings. Reagan and Kennedy dive into each other to get that. Chloe will get this up to Allie, pushed over to Greta. Greta goes up and over the block and down into the middle. And cuts that lead down to 1 as the girls got something cooking right now. She'll go short in front of the libero and land the ace, and we're knotted up at 13. Let the Thunder roll. The girls have some momentum now. Kennedy goes back at that libero. Blocked by Cam and Greta. Send it back left corner. That'll draw the timeout from Spa City as your Rockwood Thunder has gone into the lead by 1. We'll be back after this timeout. Back out of the timeout with a 1-point lead, and hopefully the momentum still sail behind our wind behind our sails as Kennedy goes back at that libero, and just a little too much wind behind our sails as she sends that one too strong. Reagan will step in front of that one, and Allie finds Greta. Greta off the block. That comes all the way over. Cam played it up and over, but they're going to call us in the net. I didn't see who they called it on. I didn't see who was in the net. Reagan will get in front of this one. That goes up and over. Allie has to play it, but she wins the joust, and Reagan will send it over. They're going to get us for another in the net. They're going to call that one on Allie. Kennedy up to Allie. This time she finds Cam. She hammers it all the way through the block. It's going to bounce around from behind the 10-foot line and down in that seam between Kennedy and Chloe, and that'll draw a timeout from Gabby as we're down 3. Well, hopefully we can reverse the fates out of this timeout. We'll be back. Return to live action here. Spa City serving up 3. This one at Kennedy. Allie feeds it to Greta, and she'll tip it off the high hands. Spa City gets it to the back row. Kennedy plays that up. Allie to Greta. Greta cuts it hard. Libero makes a good play at it. From behind the 10-foot line, Reagan got knuckles on it, and that's about it as that hit the tape and changed directions on her. 18-14. Low serve. Reagan does a good job of playing that up, and Allie gets to just tip it over. Tipped over the net. Allie plays it. Chloe with the out of system to Greta. Greta goes up and over the block. Spa City plays on. They dump that one back row. Chloe to Allie. Miscommunication between her and Cam on the slide. And we're down 5. That one, tough one for Reagan, and that's going to slide over the scorer's table. Make it down 6. Another timeout for Gabby. We'll be back after the timeout. This one will come at Kennedy. Another one over at the scorer's table as we've had a hard time figuring out this server for Spa City. And she's got a pretty good float serve. Ball's doing a lot of moving around. 21-14. Reagan tries to dip down and get that one, and got to get a side out on this girl and get moving some points on our side. Kennedy gets this one up, gets some help from Chloe. Greta goes up and over the block. That's going to be a kill for Greta. That's what we needed. Let's see if Cam can match that serving run. We're down 7. She'll go at the right side. Quick set to the middle, and that's going to be too tough for Kennedy. She dives at it. Lineup change as Jane will come in, play back middle for Kennedy. Jane up to Allie. Greta cuts that one. Takes us back to 7. Precious points to give here as we're deep into the back third and only a couple points from closing this set out on the Spa City side. We need to make a big run here with Allie's serve. Setter pushes it to her outside, and that's going to come through the hands of Zoe Park, and it's at set point. That's a long one. Too long. Greta will go back. Needing to put 7 on the board or we're moving out of this set. She'll try the left side. Jane tries to clean up the overpass, and we did a good job of cleaning it, well, picking it up, but we're going to get called for, let's see what this call is. I think the down ref is going to say there was a net violation on Spa City. Let's see what we get called here. That's going to be a Rockwood point, and they're going to say it was down. They're going to say the ball was down on Spa City side. I'm not sure how I saw what they saw there, but we'll take it. 24-18, Greta serving again. She'll go seam left and get the ace. That's one way to do it with no question. Two set points wiped away, 5 to go. She'll go with the libero back to the court behind her and erases another set point. She'll go left side. Setter pushes it to the outside. What a great job by Liv to play that off her. Defending herself there. And that's going to fall down as Chloe dives at it, and that'll do it. First set's going to go Spot City way. 25-20. Girls will be in a must-win situation to push this to 3 as we get back. We'll see you in set 2. Okay, we're ready to get rolling here in set 2. It's a must-win for Rockwood if we want to have a chance of winning this silver championship. Reagan will get us started off here. She'll try the right side. That's going to spray off. It was a good serve for her. But it doesn't count because the up ref said he never blew the whistle. So she heard a whistle from somewhere else. She'll go seam right with this one. That one's going to come through the block, off the net, and down, and a point for Spa City. That one will come between Chloe and Reagan. Reagan will stick a platform out last minute. Didn't work out well. 2-0, Spa City. There's a knuckleball. That one will go off Reagan towards the coach's bench. This is the girl that ran up all the points on us in the first set. This one at Chloe. Allie will run that one down. Reagan will free ball it over. From the right side, that's turned back by Jane. Free ball over. Jane gives it up to Allie. Allie with the slide to Delaney, and that'll go too strong over towards the fans. And we're starting off in a 4-0 hole here. Reagan will play this one up. Allie gets it to Jane, and Jane will go lefty. Go southpaw on that one and find a hole on the right side of the court. Kennedy puts this one in play, back at the libero. Setter gets it to her middle. That goes through the block, off Chloe, and over towards the coaches. Kennedy will push this one forward. Allie feeds it to Delaney. A little strong on that one, and girls down 5 here early on in set 2. Reagan up to Allie. Allie feeds it over to Greta. She'll dump it in the middle. From the outside, that's going to sail long as Kennedy just ducked under it. Six-2 the score. Chloe serves. She'll go back middle. From the right side, big swing into the net, and a Rockwood point, and the lead is cut to 3. Chloe will shoot it right gap. That'll be an ace. Oh, yeah, it was an ace. That looked for a second like they got it up off that second hit. Chloe will go back to the middle with it. Set her with a tight one to her middle. That's going to Be a one-handed snag by Reagan up to Allie. She'll find Greta. Greta will put it down the left side. Get a kill, and the lead is cut to 1. Boy tries the right side with it, sprayed around. From the back row, gets up to the right side, outside. Turned back by Cam. Good hands on it at the net. Kennedy picks it up to Allie, and Cam will throw it down the left side, but that's going to go out of bounds. No touch. That'll be a Spa City point. We'll get the freebie as that one will hit the net. We'll be at the 6-7. Allie back behind the line. Gets the sign from Coach Gabby. Sends it back left corner. This from the outside, cross court. That one goes between Chloe and Kennedy. And down for the point. 6-8 in favor of Spa City. Chloe ducks under that one, and that'll go on out of bounds and be a Rockwood point. Greta gets the whistle. She'll send it cross court. Setter pushes it all the way to the outside. There's a big swing and down in the middle. Spa City holding on to this 2-point swing. Chloe up to Allie. She'll turn and dump it into the middle. Played up by Spa City. And good job by Allie to play that one. Chloe will get the out of system to Greta from behind the 10-foot line. And she put a ribbon on it right there in the middle. Sent him a present. And a point for Rockwood. Good serve by Cam right off top tape. From the outside, and they'll return the favor and find the donut hole in the center of our court. Jane will sidestep that one, but it curves back in. And we're into the middle section here of the second set. The girls lost the first set, need to win this one, and they're down 11-8. Needing to get some momentum going their direction. Greta fights that one off. Allie runs a long way to get it, and Delaney will free ball it over, back deep right. Quick one to the middle, and that one will go to the fans. And waking them up. Reagan will come in to serve down 2. She'll go at the libero. This again from the outside. Reagan defends herself, gets the high hands up. Jane will send it over free ball. From the right side, that one comes cross court. Reagan tried to get some platform on it. And just out of her reach. We'll take another freebie. They can give us all those they want. Kennedy will shoot this one down the right side. Coming from the right side, that's through the block and out of bounds. Taking us down 3. Reagan will pop this one up to Alley. Delaney sends it over. From the outside, that looked like it went over the antenna, but no call. Alley to Greta. Greta taps it over. Bounced around a little bit from behind the 10-foot line. Delaney had the block up, but that went off of her and out of bounds. It's a game of inches between a solo block and a ball that sprays off and goes out of bounds. That one will slip past Reagan and go out of bounds as she dodges it. And we did get the ball back. I was turning around looking for it. We're down 3 as Chloe's back to serve. Setter gets a quick one to her middle through the block. Chloe picks it up. Alley feeds Greta. Greta goes up and over the block. Tapped over from the outside. Greta to Alley. Alley, miscommunication with her middles there, and Cam will tip it over. And that one will come off Greta's elbow and go out of bounds. Moving the lead to 4 for Spa City. Reagan ducks under that one, and again, that'll sail out of bounds. She's making some good choices. Always good to hear a teenage girl making good choices. 15-12. Alley sends it left corner. Another quick one to the middle. That one off the block, and Zoe unable to make a play on it. Keeping the lead at 4 for Spa City. Chloe will get that one off the tape. And Greta will send it hard back right, but picked up by Spa City. And then thrown down. Good play by Alley to keep it alive. Greta will send it over. That's going to go too far. No touch, and that'll be a Rockwood point. Lead cut to 3. Greta puts one in front of the back left. Picked up. Outside, big swing. Diving effort by Chloe. Not able to get there. That one, Chloe and Greta come together. We've said many times, 2 heads are not always better than 1 in this game, and that one sprays off to the right and moves that deficit to 5. And that'll cause Coach Gabby to call a timeout. We'll be back after the timeout. Well, it's time to dig down now and pull some of this deficit out, as the girls don't have a lot of room to spare here. 18-13 in a must-win situation here of set 2. This one at Greta. Allie feeds it to Jane. Jane does a good job of making an adjustment and hitting that one, passing through the block. Brings us back to a 4-point deficit. Need some of that can-do mojo going right now. And she'll go back to serve. Short one sprays off. Oh, what a good play by their outside to keep that alive. Cam will play it up to Allie. Back sets it to Jane. She gets blocked but comes back. Cam will pick it up. And Zoe's rejected at the net as well. And up ref says nope, that one never actually made it over the net. Nonetheless, it's a Spa City point. 19-14. Chloe up to Allie. Pushed over to Jane. Jane up and over the block. Gets a little tap on it and falls down in the center of the court. Reagan will come in, try to cut into this 4-point deficit. She'll go seam right. That sprays off the libero, and there's an ace for Reagan. She'll send it down the right side. That bounces all the way left. From the right side, Reagan with a heck of a dig. One-handed. And that'll come back on our side and catch us by surprise, as that fell just in front of us, short on the net there. 20-16. Into the back third, down 4. Chloe will dive down and get that one up to Allie. Jane sends it back deep. That one in the middle, and tough one, as that was hit straight down. Reagan will pop that one up to Allie. Jane, a little miss hit on that one as she was swinging for the fences. That'll land out of bounds. Gabby will call the timeout. Down 22-16 here as we're into the nitty-gritty of the second set. We'll be back after this timeout. Back to live action. Spa City serving up 22-16. Do or die now. The girls got to get this side out and get momentum going their direction. Greta up to Allie. Allie gets it to Jane. She'll go left hand. Diving effort by the libero keeps it up. Big swing by the right side, but that's going to find... Oh, that came through. My goodness. I thought that hit all net, but that made it through the block and down on our side. Short serve. Reagan gets that one, and it plays all the way over. We did a good job of keeping that alive as Allie will feed it out to Jane. Jane this time gets all of that one and gets it down the left line, which will bring Kennedy in to serve. We need 6 in a hurry. Over to the right side. That time, that one found all net. Kennedy will drop that one short in front of Libero, get the ace, and we're at Monstropolis, 23-19. She'll try the right side. That's another ace, as that one will go off the Libero again. Wiped away 3 of that 6-point deficit. And they need to make sure the score table keeps up with the score. And they've got it right now as Kennedy tries to cut even further into this. There's another ace. That's 3 in a row. She'll get the turkey. And that'll draw a timeout from Spa City as the lead is down to 2. We'll be back after this timeout. All right. (23-21). Do or die situation in set 2 here. The girls have to win this to push it to 3. Kennedy serving. We need 2 more to tie this up. She'll go at the Libero again. Oh, up ref says he had not blown the whistle. There's too many whistles in this gym. So no blood, no foul. We'll line up and do it again. Kennedy this time will go towards the left side. Setter's going to get it over to her right side. She has to dump it to the right side. Reagan will get it up to Allie. And Greta will dump it middle. Oh, they're going to get a net violation on us there, and that's an unfortunate call as we won that joust. And that'll take us to set and match point. This one at Reagan. She'll send it up to Allie. Allie will find Greta. That's kept alive. Delaney will feed it to Allie, and Greta will go down the left side. That went a long way and was playable, and that's going to go out of bounds. 24-22, we have life. Chloe to serve. She'll go short middle. Setter pushes it to her middle, and that'll go off Chloe, off Kennedy, and they're going to call that a lift, and that'll do it. We will fall in 2 and take second in the silver bracket. That'll do it for us here from Boston. We'll see you all in Kansas City next weekend. Thanks for joining.